Survival game is the only game that will give a real-life experience on how to survive in a different era. Sometimes we'll get back into a medieval era, apocalypse era, modern, mid-age, and also zombies era. In those times, we should always try to survive by doing so many things in the open world, and mostly on the game that I will show you, we can explore the world and start to building up our hero from nothing to something. Remember to like this video to reach 200 likes, thanks. Top 10 best open world survival games for Android and iOS high graphic. You can support this channel and send us a special thanks. Tomorrow, I'm so confident about putting this game on my first games list of the best survival games for mobile. It has breathtaking visual graphic and also how innovative the gameplay mechanism, because we will get a great storyline and able to build up our home base. I can see a lot of resources that we can find around us, like a tree and a huge stone. In fact, we only need a stones as our tools to gather some resources, but it will be taking more time to collect. I'm pretty sure it will come deeper with the adventure because the music is absolutely blend perfectly based on the situation. The gameplay of tomorrow is we can craft a new weapon like an axe, hatch, and those weapons are used for gathering some resources, which will save our space a lot. We will fight against the zombie, and seriously, their movement are pretty fast and truly aggressive. No matter how far you are running, the zombie will able to chase you. In the beginning, we will be able to create the new characters, but it has a less characters creations. Tomorrow is the best survival open world games for Android and iOS. Last Island of Survival. This game would be the best option for you to play a survival game with a challenging mode. Seriously, you will not fight to survive from the environment only, but also we need to survive from the other players who will have an active action to craft new equipment and start to dominate the world. This game is currently giving the players a warning if a stronger enemy is the presence around us. Don't be naive to fight them all. We need to run away to prepare the best equipment before we are able to win the game. That's the main point why this game becomes the best survival games for mobile. In fact, the developer really helps the player to enjoy the game by making the HD version and also the light version with a lower size. The gameplay of Last Island of Survival is we will freely get some tools to start surviving the axe, to get the wood or getting some material of stone. Making our own house would save your position. I love how the game's graphics are totally insane and the best survival for mobile games. Downlands. Surely this game is one of the best survival games if you love to play the game in anime art style design. I remember how this game got so much attention when the beta testing, but right now I noticed the game is getting playable right now for mid-range phones, which the developer has managed the graphic setting and makes the game specifications become lower. The gameplay of Downlands is we can pick a different mode, which is the storyline mode or the sandbox mode. So the creativity will be the main point to play it as the best survival game on Android and iOS. Honestly, we can collect some material by looking at around us and able to pick up freely of stone or wooden stick. Make sure we create the best weapon by these materials and fight the monster. For me, the monster is really aggressive at all. Some of them even notice our presence from a far few distance. Learn a new skill to give a huge damage to the world boss. Downlands are the best anime survival games for mobile. Undawn. Can you imagine, just less than 1 year, this game has downloaded over 5 million players. It's more than I expected. Because as we know, the survival game doesn't have so many fans if we compare with the other games genre like MMORPG or RPG. But Undawn making the survival game into the next level by how massive the player playing it. After I checked the games and see how many players are still active while in the city, I was shocked with the number. No matter how many servers this game has launched, but I see the loyal players keep playing on it. Undawn is the best survival game where we can play with our friends, which is a survival multiplayer games. We can do a voice chat and start hunting the zombies together. It seems really fun, right? It will save our time a lot to grind together. The combat mechanism of Undawn survival is we can switch the weapons of melee combat, a sword knife, or a long range combat with a variety of guns. Always try to refill the ammo, and if it's run out, get yourself ready by using your bare hands or just run away and dive into the sea or lake to swimming, and the zombie will not able to chase us anymore. Undawn is the best multiplayer survival games for Android and iOS. The Outlands 2. The Outlands 2 Zombie Survival. Right now this game is on early access, so I cannot describe a lot about it, but anyway, it seems the developer wants to make a simple survival game where we can gather the material just by using a bare hand. Even if we don't need any tools, it feels way too casual anyway. While exploring the world, we will find some zombies around us. We can kill them all without using a weapon. The game's level difficulty is pretty easy. Even our movements are way faster than the enemy, so we can decide to run away from the zombie or fight back then. The graphic of the Outlands 2 Zombie Survival is quite good for mid-range phones. Even a low-end phone surely can handle the game perfectly. Right now we cannot adjust the game setting, but I think it has a great standard. This is the best survival game on the low-end phone. Lost Future. Lost Future. If you would like to get a game that looks like a Resident Evil on mobile, then I would suggest this game. It's kind of a survival game in a single player base where we play the game based on the main mission and we should follow the journey. This game doesn't have any auto features, so we need to manage every single action manually. Don't worry when you are confused about the mission, because we will get a small little hint to let us know about the directions. I love that it doesn't have any night vibes. We will explore the world in a day and make the area look brighter and clearer, so we can see where the zombies are. We must be ready for every single probability. Sometimes the enemy will encounter from behind or a blind spot. Make sure you louder the volume to know the sudden attack, because the number of the zombies around is pretty massive. In combat, we can switch the hero between 3 of different characters. They all will hold a different gun, and we can do a preparation of the equipment. Lost Future is the best survival role-playing games for Android and iOS. Wildlands. Wildlands. This is one of the best survival games on mobile that has a frequent update by the developer. It's been more than 2 years since they have updated the game, and I'm pretty happy with the progress. So the gameplay of Wildlands is a survival game open world where we can select a different mode, which are storyline or creativity mode. I prefer you to try the creativity mode so you all can play it with your friends and start hunting together, but the one thing that I really love is we will get some weapons directly since starting the games. Actually, this survival game has a combination of futuristic and sci-fi. We can flying on the sky by using the huge windmill and exploring the world through the sky. From this perspective, we can see the wider world and reach a certain area faster. Get your weapon ready to kill some animals around and loot their meat to eat and survive. It's not only playable on air or ground, but also we can do diving and swimming. Wildlands is the best open world survival games mobile that gives us a lot of freedom to play in creativity mode. X Survive. X Survive Open World Sandbox. So far, I will admit if this game is one of the best offline survival games for mobile. No matter what year this game has launched, but this is still becoming the best option for you. Look at how many players are giving great reviews on the Play Store. Most of them now is giving 5-star score, which means so high. No wonder, because the developer is pretty active in updating the game frequently. Honestly, if I compare the graphic, it is way better than I played before. The one thing I really concerned about is how they make a realistic ragdoll physics when we do a jumping and also when we destroy the tree by using our gun. There are so many hidden areas or items that we can get that place just under the ground, so we must see it by analyzing and using the gun to lower the landscape. Overall, I will give 10 to 10 as the best game offline survival for Android and iOS. Hardwood Online. Hardwood Online. The reason I put this game on the list is because the gameplay is absolutely perfect as the best survival game. It has a combination of MMORPG and survival game where we can try to compete and measure our strength by doing a duel between the players. After it has a PvP content, many of pixel art games lovers come in and start playing it. No wonder we can see the number of the active players is getting massive on every server. So the gameplay of the Hardwood Online is we can craft so much weapon equipment and also armor. If we frequently do a crafting, then our crafting level will become higher and some hidden crafting will be unlocked. The community thing of the player is my favorite at all. All the players even want to try to help the newbies, especially when we owe something to the world chatting. I got several free items after someone gave it to me freely through the trading items. The combat mechanism is perfectly done. We can drag the skill and lock a different target using the healing skill to recover some HP, which means it's a great way to survive in the combat. This game is the best graphic of survival game if we compare with the other pixel art games that we found on the Play Store. Dead Survival Island 2. Dead Survival Island 2. If you would like to play a high graphic survival game offline, then I would suggest you this game. But this game is not officially released yet, which you must download the game on the Google. The other side, that means the game will not get any update anymore. Even if it's an open world game, but the world is quite small, we don't even need some minutes to explore the whole world. When we just started the game, we already had complete tools to survive like an axe, bow, guns. We can start hunting the wild boar by using these tools and weapons. I tried to find a way to do a crafting, but it seems the developer is not finishing yet. Dead Survival Island 2 is the best offline survival game for Android. Raft Survival. Raft Survival Multiplayer. This game is one of the best multiplayer survival games on mobile, even though the game is not released global yet and only in early access mode, but the quantity of the player who's been playing it reached 1 million downloader. The gameplay allows us to create our own raft base and also we can invite or join the other players' raft. So I feel so fun playing it with the other online players. So we can build up the raft faster by collecting some material that floats around the raft. But be careful of the shark, he will bite us continuously and give damage per second. So make sure we are playing safe by keeping a stand on the surface. These all are the best survival games that I'm sure you all need to play, and I guarantee the gameplay and how the graphic looks so impressive for mobile games platforms. Remember to support this channel by tapping the like buttons and helping us get 200 likes on this video. See you on the next video. Thanks.